Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Benny, a true nerd, and welcome back to Stellaris MegaCorp. Well, last time, the nearby seaweed people, the Polysimus, joined our happy corporate family. We might be looking to expand it a bit more today. We've got ourselves, a nice little corner of the galaxy carved out here, but I'm not convinced we are strong enough yet. If the mid-game crisis rocks up, and it could rock up at any moment now, I don't really feel like we're ready. So, luckily, we can try and sort that out today. I've got myself a whole bunch of fleet capacity and, momentarily, just 4 months away, the plasma cannons are done. Once the plasma cannons are done, I might actually build up a whole bunch of new ships and potentially even be willing to invest in upgrades for my existing fleets, because I am floating a lot of alloys right now. We are producing them en masse. We might be able to produce even flipping more. It's just beautiful. The beast is keeping us going. But first, there's something very important I need to look at, which is the food situation. It's time to dedicate a bit of attention to the food situation, because at this exact moment in time, I'm actually buying 75 food every single month, and like 50 of that is just to avoid me starving to death. This is not a good situation to be in, and I think just a little bit of micro-optimization, I might be able to significantly improve the food yields across the Empire. So for example, on the actual capital world of Osprania, we do actually have 6 farmers, but they're not particularly well optimized farmers. You see, the thing is, while people will move to the best job for them, they'll only do that when that job becomes available. People won't just move around freely to self-optimize. So as a result of that, we've got, 4 owl pops, 1 farmer Ganvius, and 1 farm bot. Now the farm bot and the farmer Ganvius are fine. They're doing a good job. So they're yielding, 9.4 food, 9.4 food. But these owls, they're only yielding 8.5 each, because this isn't really what they're good at. However, up north we've got ourselves, 8 Farmer Ganviuses just working as clerks. Now, Farmer Ganviuses aren't very good at being clerks because they don't get bonus trade, which owls do. So these people and these people really ought to swap jobs. The way to force them to do that is to basically, close all these jobs out for a moment, and then close all of these jobs out too, just to make sure we've got ourselves some, Farmer Ganviuses now unemployed. And now they're unemployed, when a job becomes available, if it's appropriate for them, they will take it. So a farm bot moves straight in, and that is, now a Farmer Ganvius, and now these jobs should automatically fill up with Farmer Ganviuses, which is absolutely flippin' marvellous. So you can just basically do that, just shut down a whole bunch of jobs, then immediately reopen them, and then the people in the unemployment pool will fill the jobs a lot more sensibly. But that won't actually automatically happen. You've got to manually make it happen. So now I can just reopen all these jobs, and people never move out of a job that they have in order to take a new job of the same social class. They'll only move upwards instead. Also, I can't help but notice that we're building a robot of this style. And this robot is a robotic servant working as a... How long have we been building robots that look like that? Because I swear I never approved that design. Okay, there's just this robot here. I don't know why he looks like that. Oh! Is that because someone who looks vaguely like that is now working inside like a robot foundry or something? No, there's still an owl working in the robot foundry. He's just decided to start producing robots of that design. Well, no reason for you to just sit around with no actual trait points. Let's make you, faster to make and cheaper to maintain. Spot on. Okay, back to the farmers. Moving over to Cornwall, which is actually a big producer of food, we've got ourselves here a giant pile of Ganvius working the fields, but they're not Farmer Ganviuses. So we should probably be upgrading all of you guys. Yep, spot on. That's literally going to take me 10 months, and that's going to be a big increase in the amount of food we're getting off our farming worlds over on Cornwall. Prosperity, meanwhile, is running into the problem of, too many people, not enough actual jobs. So, as we are literally at this point capped on the amount of generator districts we can produce there, we may as well have them produce some of their own food as well. So, go on, you guys, have yourselves an agricultural district. You may as well partially support yourselves. And on Verl Qualid, we've just got 4 farming jobs not actually being taken up at the moment. So you guys, get out of your offices, please. Everybody work on producing food. Alright, we can have more clerks later. For the time being, I just want food production. Alright, now that should be a nice increase in the amount of food. And actually, if I wanted to, I think I am actually allowed to grow food on other planets. Here we go, bioreprocessing plants. So underground facilities where disloyal employees and other forms of unsavory and... Okay, we probably shouldn't do that. Right, let's let some time tick by here. Because I suspect that there is going to be a very, very nice improvement. So right now we're at plus 22 food. So the end of this month, that should jump up a bit. To... Okay, plus 71. Excellent. Now that is a very, very good thing indeed. Honestly, I feel like actually we can reduce the amount of food we're bidding on right now. So, yeah, reduce it by 70. Maybe just 20. Just to make sure we're still, you know, banking some food. Okay, 30. It's still a big improvement. That means we're having to buy a lot less food than we used to have to. So, that should be a big increase the amount of money we've got coming in. Though, I am swimming in money right now. Which probably means, actually, if we've got empty roles right now, I could just free some slaves to fill them. I mean, I know I should probably stop bringing people into the Empire, but if a person's being brought in exclusively to be a farmer, they will pay for themselves food-wise. So that's going to be fine. And plus 635 energy. Oh, I love it. Yeah, here we go. There's a couple of jobs for farming going right here on Devon. Let's just get some more people floating in here. Also, you guys are really upset about something. Low amenities. Right, well, I've got more doctors coming in. That will apparently count. That'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, I need 2 more people floating around here right now. So, over to Devon, to the slave market. Who wants to live on Devon? Right, technically none of you do, and unfortunately, you guys are specialised for energy production, not food production. But, screw it. I'll send you over there anyway. You can just work as farmers over on Devon. There you go. Get straight to work there. Marvellous. That should be even more food being produced. So, for the time being, the food situation is under control. Just a little bit of shufty-roundying, and that's looking good. And, oh, hello. Something's been completely flipping destroyed. Who are the Snakuri Citizen Alliance? Does anyone remember who those guys actually were? Because I don't remember who they actually were. Does anyone look like they're missing right now? No, I've genuinely no clue who those guys were. Possibly, they were a tiny nation hidden away in a little bit of the world we haven't seen before. I don't know. Oh, and there it is. The plasma cannons. Beautiful and oh. There's also hyper shields coming up. And what's interlink support systems? This is, just an upgrade for point defense. Honestly, I feel like my existing point defense is fine. We're not running into many missiles. Ooh, how long is that going to take? That's going to take so long. We're not going to wait for that. Let's get it underway, but I'm not waiting for it. Fine, back to the ship designer. We are going to do some very, very expensive upgrading right now, I think. Though, actually, before we do, how do Plasma Cannons 3 rank up against X-ray lasers? So that is, yeah, 4.86 versus 4.69. And that's got, yeah, the bonus damage to hull and to armor. 75% down against shield versus, yeah, 50% shield but 50 against armor. Yeah, it's much better. It's much flipping better. Alright, so retrofits are going to be extremely bloody expensive. Let's, for the time being, simply focus on reinforcements. So I've upgraded the Grand Murder to now actually have 100 ships in it, which I'm allowed to do. So that's about another 30. That'll bring me about up to, yeah, 191. So that's fine. Begin reinforcing right there. The Murder of Ganvius, however, that's actually going to be cheaper. That's close to strength already. Let's get that underway. So, I have just queued up a very, very, very big number of ships. That's going to be some very major upgrades. So, Osprey is now going to be spamming ships like crazy for some flipping time. That's all absolutely fine. So, whole bunch of ships being sent out, and Glacier is ready to go as well. Spot on. Valor Station also pumping out the ships. Fine. So keep an eye on that. That'll all be absolutely a-okay. So, the colony of Glacier. Remember, that place is, well, it's going to be a mining world. And maybe you can do a tiny bit of feeding as well. Yeah, it's going to be a small world. I'm assuming we've got a tile decided to move out there. Okay, that's interesting. I would have thought it just wanted to be the hardy Emissara. And also, okay, why is a Ganvius migrating out here? You guys are not going to be happy here. Right, immediately slap down one mining district, because we know we need one of those, alright? And once we've got that down, I might just start shipping robots over, because robots will be happy regardless of the climate. Also, speaking of Glacier, it appears this is not the first Owlian settlement on this planet. A number of facilities and districts have been carefully mothballed and, with a little restoration, will serve our new colony well, but all records have been erased. Possibly this was a smuggler's port or a haven for political exiles. Okay, I'm a little bit suspicious of this. This is all moderately suspicious, so... okay, pay 100 minerals to just clear the mothballed facility, or this is too good to be true. This will cause unhappiness. No, accepted for now. I'm not sure if I've seen this one before. This could be a trap, like the whole situation with the planetary climate modification, whatever thing. But then we demolished that on Devon and it went wrong, so... alright. What is going on here, then? Oh, blimey. Well, this has definitely been a good idea. There's a spiral-hewn mine, which actually generates 4 more mining districts, which is marvellously good news. And we've got crystal mines as well, and... what's a loop-ploughed farm? The crops lean into the wind. Uh-oh. When we say loop... oh, this is to do with the worm. I'm guessing. Right, okay. There are weird things on this planet. I'm guessing this planet's going to get weird at some point, I see. And in particular, we need to actually clear out a glacier at some point, which is weird because, you know, this is literally glacier. But yeah, until we've cleared out a glacier... there is no way we can access 3 mining colonies. And oh, apparently we just get 3 mining districts for free. Okay, that's nice. And also, yeah, 3 agricultural districts from the weird loop farm thing. Okay, well, this is marvellously good news. Right, who wants to come and work on Glacier? Because we have just got jobs galore over here, including farmers. Who wants to come and work on the weird supernatural loop farm? It's fine, it's definitely not a problem. Well, I'll tell you what we do have. We do have 7 farmer Ganviuses just chilling out, working as clerks on Asprania. And that means they're not really doing what they could do best. So, guys, you're being resettled. But because it costs so much money, I'm going to assume, like, you know, we are paying them to do it. That's not just like the amount we pay to the security forces to actually... oh, they're going to hate it there. Oh, they're going to absolutely bloody hate it there. Oh, dear. You know what? They'll still pay for themselves because they're going to be farmers. It's going to be fine. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lovely. So, their happiness is not great right now, but honestly that's mainly a function of amenities, because yeah, habitability is distinct from happiness these days. Habitability is just about how many consumer goods and how much food you have to consume. Well, that's probably just fine in that case. We're probably just better off getting you some amenities as quickly as possible. I mean, a gene clinic would be nice, but we don't really need this place growing crazy fast. Better we just actually go for the holo theatres. Let's just make sure we get the entertainers down here. Keep this place happy. I don't want trouble here. Especially as I imagine there's going to be a bunch of crazy problems and this place is going to go bananas as time goes by. If it is indeed something to do with the worm, there's going to be trouble here. So, probably best we keep these people happy and satisfied and just swimming in doctors and theatres. Okay, this is actually looking really good now. The food situation appears to be under control. To the extent that I'm probably willing to... yeah, I'm willing to just cancel that trade. Get rid of that. So, if we're getting rid of that, at this point, we probably don't actually need to be selling that much, to be honest. I'm probably happier just selling... yeah, get that down to 80. Get that down to 80, but offset the fact we're no longer having to buy the food by buying more minerals. And, oh, blimey, 350 up from... is that a good idea? That's probably... okay, let's just put that up a little bit. Just to 300. Buying 300 minerals a month. And we're still only making plus bloody 57. This is probably because we've got flipping 400 people in the Empire these days, and all of them have access to full social welfare by default, which is great for happiness and great for unemployment not causing problems, but... yeah, we are having to spend a lot of minerals on a lot of consumer goods. But then again, I imagine, to be honest, most of these minerals are actually being, converted into alloys, not consumer goods. Problems on the beast, though. This place is full up until we clear out more stuff. Okay, plan. To the market. Right now, I've got a ridiculously large amount of money. Let's just buy ourselves 5,000 minerals just to keep myself going for the time being. And I can use those minerals to clear more space on the beast. So, yeah, get going on that. Get going on that, please. Thank you. And the Pharmaganvia species has just been updated too. So that should mean next month the amount of food jumps up, because now we've got actual proper farmers doing all of the farming. So from plus 26 up to... Oh, this is going to be good. Actually, it's probably not. It's going to be a fairly minor increase, but... Oh no, that's really good. Plus 53. And we're not buying any food anymore. Okay. We've finally got it sorted out. We've finally sorted this food situation out properly. And oh... Right, the tiles are getting closer and closer to the Emissara, which surprises me and also worries me a little bit. They might actually end up joining a federation, and if they do, then as a result of that, he'll drop out of his defensive pact with me and might not be willing to work with me anymore. Right, if he decides to leave me, I might just invade him to force him back onto my side. Right, the fleet still haven't made it home from the war against the Polismus just yet, so... What are you doing there, by the way? Oh, sorry, yes, you're just scanning the debris. That's fine, carry on. So yeah, the fleets need to rendezvous with the reinforcements, and they need to heal up, because the damage is light, but it is there. They could do with just fixing up their armour in particular. But something very exciting is going to happen. Our science vessel that we sent through like a hole in space-time is going to pop up, I think it was here, in the Juberan state, and that's going to show up in, basically a week. And then we'll finally figure out what's going on in this bit of space, and if it's a Marauder Empire, that's going to be... What have we run into? It's totally the other Marauder Empire. Oh, it actually is. Oh, that's really bad news. Okay, so that basically means there's a 2 out of 3 chance that when the Khan spawns... He's going to be right next to my territory. Oh, no. Oh, that's pretty bad, actually. That's very bad news. Right, just speak to them in 2 months. That's worth a bit of bonus influence. I wouldn't mind floating some more influence. Right, you... Continue your investigations of the bits of the galaxy we don't know what's going on in yet. So, yeah, you can actually make your way over to here. That's going to take you about 2 years, but that's faster than it'll take for you to actually experimental subspace it. So, yeah, just basically go as you are, it'll be fine. Though actually, we might be able to do something a bit easier here, which is the Shazarak, the robots who came through the wormhole and are expanding very, very fast indeed. Yeah, those guys are actually pretty friendly towards me, which is interesting. That's because, being robots and being nowhere near me, they just don't care in the flipping slightest about the fact I'm a criminal syndicate, because I don't know if I'm even allowed to go and colonize their worlds. I mean, do I get away with that? And, hang on, does not have... No, I can't. They don't care, because their worlds are, like, full of robots and stuff, so I can't actually go and do crime, because there's no people to do crime with. So as a result of that, the Xenophile business means they like me. Would you guys be willing to actually trade active sensor links? Because if you were willing to, that would actually be very, very convenient for 30 years. You know what? I'll toss some alloys at them. It'll be fine. There you see. 44 alloys gets me 30 years of shared active sensor link. Boom. So that will let us see a whole bunch of stuff, because they've got to have visibility of some of this. That was less than I was expecting, to be honest. Right, okay. So, what's the problem here? The problem here is... What is that? Crystalline entities. And you guys have just never bothered cleaning that out. Fine. Over here, meanwhile... It is the king of the crystalline entities. Right, so you basically live in the bit of space where, yeah, all the crystals are. Because these days, they're not just randomly placed. I think it was back in 2.1, Stellaris changed that meant they were more clustered. So if you were in the crystal bit of the galaxy, you'd run into loads of crystals. But like on the other side of the galaxy, they'd never see a crystal. Which was cool. That was a good way of doing it. Okay. Now, The real question is, why exactly have you guys fortified the hell out of this area, but not expanded to here? There's nothing there. Okay, I am very suspicious of this bit of space, which, for some reason, the Shazarek have decided not to go and colonise, despite the fact they're aggressively colonising through a wormhole on the far side of the galaxy. Why? What scared them off? Yep, confirmation of course, though we already knew it. These guys are the Third Marauder faction. And ooh, they're creepy skull birds with 4 eyes. They're horrible, gotcha. Also, from my lofty predictions a couple of parts ago, yeah, the Roman Federation's not looking so hot. So, their hearty allies have been, yeah, largely eaten by a MegaCorp to the north of them. That is a lot of territory they've taken off them. These guys are, at this point, pathetic across the board. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. Well, here's something I'm broadly surprised by. So, the Rontor have decided to just freely give me 2,700 minerals and a tiny bit of energy for nothing. Okay. What do you guys want exactly? What are you after? Why did you just do that? I mean, you do hate me, but apparently you're actually receptive. Probably because you're in a lot of trouble right now. I mean, yeah, the fleet power right now is pathetic. So they've just had their fleets absolutely flipping destroyed by the Tiles and the Emissara. Fine, they know they're on the ropes. I think they might be hoping that I could keep the Tiles in check and stop them attacking again. Honestly, guys, I've actually got different plans. Sorry. I mean, thanks for the minerals, but this ain't gonna fly. Our settlers were initially happy to make use of the districts on Glacier. Their existence jump-started the colony, but now they've grown nervous. There are rumours the facilities may still have occupants or active security systems, though no evidence of either has been found. Some colonists insist, enigmatically, that there are shadows in the walls. Right. So, we can either discourage it, or why take the risk? No, don't demolish it. I'm more interested in where this actually goes. Like, is this potentially a colony that we ourselves built? Or maybe, like, we're currently building the colony that's going to go back round to the time is up and yes is water. Like, all of that business. So, yeah, you know what? Discourage the superstition. I'm just curious where this is bloody going. Ooh, hello! Life is continuing to go very, very badly for the Euthonians. It does rather feel like, yeah, these are rebels of the Euthonians. Ooh. And you guys are not actually currently at war with the Euthonians. How would you guys like your independence guaranteed? Actually, you know what? That's probably not the right thing to do right now. You know what? I do want to be friends with you. I want you to keep existing. You guys seem awesome, but it's not actually... Ooh. What do we want to do at this point? What do we want to do? The thing is, I do not want to lose another rebel world to the Euthonians, alright? The Euthonians suck, and I'm just going to basically bring them into my empire. And at this point, they are flimsy enough we can do it incredibly easily. We can just walk all over them. Except, I'm going to be honest, the war with the Euthonians is not really my objective. I've got something else in mind, actually. It's a bit of a cover story, if we're honest. Oh, and here's something I've been wanting to see as well. Durasteel 4 is done. Impulse thrusters. Gonna take a while to produce, but yeah, hyper shields and impulse thrusters. Very, very nice to have indeed. Very nice, actually. Oh, update from Glacier. So a census shows too many settlers. Records on the new colony are always unreliable, but as far as we can tell, they have authentic citizen IDs, and no one on the world has suggested there are any mysterious strangers. But the birth rate must have been extraordinarily high, or we have unlicensed migration, or something. Somehow the population is higher than we might reasonably expect. This is starting to get a little bit on the creepy side, but if this means bonus pops, honestly, this is probably a good thing. Keep it going on. I notice we've also currently got some mining robots working as clerks on the capital world. No, you guys are being shipped out to the ice world to work in mines, which is kind of your job, so off you go. In fact, a world like this should probably be producing its own robots. So get on with a robot assembly plant over on Glacier. And after that, what do we actually need to keep this place nice and snug and secure? Well, we are producing, honestly, more food than I was expecting. Though, ooh, crystal mines. Right, one crystal miner job. And that's what that does. It produces rare crystals, which I should have expected, I suppose. Also, I'm so far over my flipping Empire Sprawl limit right now. It's slightly ridiculous. So, yep, traditions are costing double, 200% for my campaigns. Luckily, campaigns mainly is... Oh. Does that mean all campaigns? Also, by the way, I think there's a bunch of stuff I could buy with money I haven't been buying with money, so I really should do that. Policies is... No, not policies. Edicts. Yeah, okay. These things are not campaigns. It's just these things up here that are campaigns. Honestly, for 3,000 energy, I'll just take my leaders leveling up a bit faster. But also, I think I haven't actually been, chatting with the artisans recently. You guys, I want to become your patron, please. So 10-year program for 5,000 chicken feed flipping done. And the scientists, I believe we had to break off at 1.2. Yeah, aids in our research, that's 5,000 as well. Screw it. We've not got anything better to spend the money on, so that will help out with the influence and the science. Also, that fleet building has really sort of eaten into my supply of alloys. I might just, slightly reduce the amount of alloys we're currently selling. I've got plenty of money for the time being, so I'm just going to lower that by 15. Let's just keep 15 more for me. That should be fine. The economy should be able to take that. And that's just, letting us build up our own supplies in case we need to do any rebuilding or whatnot faster. Now, speaking of which, the Euthonians. The pathetically weak Euthonians who, honestly, I don't think they've got any chance of... No, they've got basically no chance of being able to penetrate our defences whatsoever. 3,800 is guarding the Euthonians right there, and I believe the Rontus blockade is, which isn't even actually bordering the Rontus anymore, but screw it, it's about 5,000. So, I've got a plan, you see. So the Euthonians, who are, yes, they're currently at peace, marvellous. So, you guys are going to be offered subsidiary status, alright? And you're going to say no. That's absolutely flipping fine. So just wait for them to say no. They've said no. Spot on. And that means, oh yeah, we've got quite a lot of people coming along to help. And oh, this is interesting. The Elegant and the Birnathi want in. But the Tiles don't. Honestly, I've got no problem with that. If you guys all want to come along and help, you can come along and help. That's flipping great. So, vote yes for my own war. Those guys will vote yes because, you know, they basically invited themselves into the war. And... are we actually at war yet? Not quite yet. And... sorry, what? It failed. How can it fail? You guys opted into the war. You know what? You guys aren't invited to the war anymore because you're idiots. Now you see that? That's how you flippin' do it. Except here's the thing. Here's the excellent thing. So, as I was saying, there's absolutely no chance that they can effectively counterattack me in any meaningful way. I mean, possibly, this small fleet could head over to Alderaan and might be able to crack their way through Alderaan. Honestly, if they do, I don't care. You see, what I've done is, I've told the Grand Murder to actually take point during this conflict. So... all of my friends will now be showing up to go and help out the Grand Murder. There we are, following the Grand Murder, following the Grand Murder. So there's like, about 4,000 strength right there. And the Ganvius and the Polismus. I'm not sure the Polismus even have anything, by the way. Have you guys actually rebuilt a fleet, like, at all at this point? No, I'm not sure you have. Well, that's fine. We got plenty of people showing up. But, I'm going to be honest. The actual Grand Murder is not rushing to Euthonian territory. Instead, it's chilling out right here at Camthrin, outside our neutral anchorage station, just boosting our fleet capacity. And the reason it's doing that is because it's time. It's time to take out the Void Spawn. My allies wouldn't show up to do that normally because, technically, that's not a war. But, if just in theory, I were to begin a war, and everyone were to actually follow my fleet, and then I were to lead them against the Void Spawn, they would all 100% be willing to take part. So I'm just going to wait for my allies to actually show up, and then we're all going to take down the Void Spawn together, and prosperity and bloody 100 trade value will finally be claimable. Oh, and even flipping better, we've got ourselves an executive retreat and, yeah, the upgraded version of the food processing centres. So now we can actually have food from farmers up 25%, but that's actually going to cost, ooh, volatile motes. I'm not sure we've actually got that. No, actually, we do have some in the Empire. We just don't know how to mine them yet. So we'll have to be buying that, I suppose. Here we go. The Zikmoks have sent 4,000 strength, 2,000 from the Ganvius, and the Valdari will be somewhere around here. Is that you guys? Yep, that's the Valdari. They're on their way as well. Honestly, it won't take them too long to get to Camthrin. And when they do, we're all going to move in together. In fact, actually, why even bother actually attacking the Euthonians at all? I mean, to be honest, they can't get past my borders. Why not just let that war continue while we actually clear out some of the Leviathans? That could be of interest. Also, oh bloody hell, more news from Glacier. What's going on now? So the number of colonists is continuing to increase, and now we're finding irregularities in the records. Family groups that shouldn't exist, birth dates that make no sense. There must be a secret migration from a lost colony, or peculiar sabotage by colonists. So peculiar, but monitor and continue. I'm just curious where this is going at this point. I mean, this is probably bad. This probably means that all the extra people are plotting against me and are going to turn on me at some point. I have no idea. Ah, small problem though. Yeah, it's a giant pile of Ganviuses. Like a ridiculous number of Ganviuses. In fact, there's so many of them, we're already lacking in amenities, even though I've got 2 entertainers down. Okay, what are we doing over there, by the way? Ah, planetary administration's like about to finish in a minute. That's good. Then we've got robot assembly plants, which it feels like we don't really need under the circumstances, but it's fine. But actually, if we're flipping swimming in Farmer Ganviuses, then what we probably need is just, yeah, more agricultural. This was supposed to be a mining world, but whatever. Ah, something I'm very glad I noticed, by the way. We're still building robots on Foundation, despite the fact Foundation is pretty much full at this point, because we can't build any more districts, we can't build any more cities. Honestly, we should probably let Foundation stagnate at its current population level. Yeah, that's probably for the best. In which case, who's actually building the robots right now? So you, stop roboting for a second. Thank you very, very much indeed. And I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to demote. Because there probably aren't going to be any more specialist jobs available, like, ever. Well, unless we upgrade this here research complex, which would just require a giant pile of exotic gas. Yeah, go on then. Let's just buy some exotic gas, which we apparently... Oh, are we desperately low on that? Apparently we are. And also we need more crystals. Gotcha. Right, buy some of that. Yeah, buy 100 of that. That's lovely. Maybe 200 just for safety. And increase the amount of... Ooh, do we need to bother increasing that? Because we are about to start mining that. Hang on, how much have we got? Actually, you know what? We'll be fine. We're about to start mining it. I won't bother buying more of that. Right, that should be a-okay. In which case, Foundation, more scientists for you. And as for the Beast, we've actually got ourselves new districts we can build there. So 100%, I want myself another industrial archaeology, because right now the only thing we're lacking in is consumer goods. So just build another one of those, and that will generate another 10 artisan jobs. Spot on. Oh, and I do already have access to volatile motes. Sorry, I misspoke earlier. So yeah, I've got the chemical plants, so I can just make more volatile motes that way. That's fine then. Oh, we're starting to run into market problems, though. Apparently, one of my trades... What's wrong with the price here? Okay, hang on. I'm trying to buy minerals for 6. That's fine. I'm trying to sell alloys for a minimum of 10. They're selling for 13.96. That's fine. Okay, is it gas, then? It might be gas. I guess I'm willing to slightly boost the price there if this is going to be a problem. But honestly, it feels like I'm doing okay, really. It feels like, yeah, I'm a fair way off the limits. Maybe it was just a minute the gas went over or something. Oh, and marvellous news. Despite how bloody slowly we're getting tradition these days, we can actually take the admittedly rather useless survival of the fittest, but that opens up our 4th Ascension perk. Now, this is an interesting one, because of course, Evolutionary Mastery becomes available. But the thing is, I'm not 100% sure I actually want it. I mean, okay, it gives me an extra 3 gene modification points, but what would I actually use those for? I've already got people who are very intelligent doing the science and people who are very strong being in the armies, and I can change people's climate preference if I want to. I mean, sure, I could create one like super species that can do all of the above, but what would the point be? I'm just not 100% sure that would actually be worth bothering with, really, and genetic resequencing, yeah, that's the tech that lets you take off a good thing so you can put on a better thing. But again, in a very multicultural xenophile empire, I don't really see the point, to be honest. I just don't get why I'd bother. Now, galactic force projection is never a bad thing to take. Naval capacity plus 80, fleet command limit plus 20. That is never bad. That's never going to be a bad thing, so that is very, very tempting indeed. I quite like Eternal Vigilance. Like, I know it's a bit of a nice to have, but I've always been quite fond of it. Because, yeah, I do like having a massive citadel just bristling with guns, acting as an absolute hard barrier to big nasty things like Khans that might come and cause trouble for ya. Mastery of Nature is nice because, yeah, if nothing else, it's got that new Mastery of Nature decision where you can actually extend the planet. And in this case, yeah, it used to be adding, I think it was between 1 and 3 extra squares. Now it's increasing the number of districts by 2. Not bad, not bad. And executive figures are nice to have, but I can do without it. Transcendent learning. Ah, yes, leader level cap. Very, very nice indeed. Voidborn. Habitats are great. I just find them boring, so I generally don't bother with them. Now, Zeno Compatibility. I think it would be remiss of me not to take this one. So this is new to 2.2 and MegaCorp. This basically means we figured out a way of making, like, the alien doodad fit in the other alien thingy-McJib and actually produce children. And yeah, it leads to immigration pool being up 33%, crossbreeding between different species if they're on the same planet, 20% bonus to pop growth speed on any owned planet with at least 2 different species, which for me is all of them, and crossbreeding sometimes can result in the creation of half species that take their portrait from one of the parents and also get more trait points and more traits. Honestly, I'm just curious what it's going to do. So, I feel like I kind of want to take that one. Yeah, screw it, I'm having it. We're 100% having it. I mean, it's just a bit of a jokey fun one, to be honest, but it would be remiss of me not to under the circumstances. Okay, things are getting weirder over on Glacier. Everyone is. And I don't know whether that's just a bit of text that's gone missing, or if it's just supposed to be a bit on the creepy side. So, the population had been mysteriously increasing, but now they're what we would expect. Except there's been some form of information sabotage, or our administrators aren't really sure. None of the individuals on the planet exist in our records. Every original colonist is missing. It's as if they've all been replaced by complete strangers, but they all swear they're loyal citizens of the Almeta Syndicate. They're all productive and apparently sane, and in all the communications, they deny any knowledge of the confusion and insist it must be a mistake on our end. Okay, I've decided we're going to investigate. What on earth is going on over there? Guys, somebody go and figure it out. Ah, we actually need to send over a science ship for that. Fine, I think we've got a science ship floating over... Yeah, there's one at Ospra right now. You guys, go and take care of that, please. Okay, so I can't help but notice the amount of money coming in is, while it's nice, it could be better. And we've got, yeah, a lot of minerals coming in as well, but honestly, we need them. Yeah, let's keep the economy as it is just for now. What's the state of the trades again? Yeah, 300 of that is being purchased. The price is holding steady for the minute. It's okay for now. And do we actually have... No, we're working on the beast at the minute. Soon, there will be more jobs, and there'll be more consumer goods. Everything is under control. Ah, we finally figured out why you guys have been staying away from this bloody area. It's due to the terrifying isolationist fallen empire. Right, So we know what's going on in this spot now. That makes perfect sense. And we wish to be friends, isolationists. I'm guessing they don't want to be friends. Okay, that's fine then. We should probably stay out of their business. Also, I think we've actually finally solved another mystery as well, which is, over here, Chaw's Compass. I'm guessing you guys are, what are you called? The Caravanners or whatever. Because, yeah, you guys are in MegaCorp, but I haven't actually run into you yet. So, can we actually start communicating with these guys, by the way? Ah, no wonder you've not made it to me. I'm guessing you're blocked off by various hostile empires. Right, you... Can you just actually... Yeah, can you just experimental subspace over there, please? It's going to take you... yeah, few years to make it there, but when you do, hopefully we can say hello and figure out what these guys want. Now, it does appear that there is about to be an attack by the Euthonians against Alderaan, which they'll probably be able to take, but honestly, I kind of don't care, because my allies are almost here at Camthrin, and then everything will be fine. In fact, I could actually deploy the rapid response fleet to see if I could actually go and intercept. I mean, it'll never get there in time, but if you were just to go that way, I mean, the bare minimum, you can intercept them and stop them causing any more trouble. Yeah, go on, why not? Yeah, here we go. So they're going to knock down this station. That's fine. It'll do them a little bit of damage while they're doing it. My rapid response fleet is on its way. And while my fleet is smaller, the technology is a lot better. Yeah, these guys are taking some knocks to their armor. It's fine. It's all 100% fine. We'll go and intercept them. This force will be able to handle that, no problem at all. And my allies have finally almost rendezvoused with me. Ah, and news from the... This is actually the primitives we've been keeping an eye on, right? Yeah, we've got you guys... Here we are. Over here. So we've detected an illegal settlement on the planet's surface. Some kind of outpost set up by smugglers. Oh dear. Well, we are certainly not keen on smugglers and criminals in our empire. Oh, hang on. Well, apparently that's a special project anyway. So raid the smuggler base. Let's just have a little look, see what we've got going on here. And do we actually need to have a... Ooh. We need to have a transport ship in orbit. What's a transport ship exactly? Hang on, what even is one of those? Do you mean troop carriers? I'm guessing you mean troop carriers. Well, I'm sending the Ultimate Owls. It's going to take you a year to get there, but they'll be able to handle that. Oh, very annoyingly, the Zikmoks appear to have pulled out of the joint offensive against the Void Spawn. Probably because they're worried about this force over here. That's a shame. Well, you know what? We've got enough to go in anyway. The Valdari have just sent another 2,000 strength there. We've got our own forces. Oh, this is nice. I do like a big unified task force. Alright? It cheers me up no flipping end when you've got all the different styles of ships chilling out together, ready to move in together. It's great. Oh, and I've been saying I need this one. Yeah, glaciers. We need glaciers. That's to clear out some important space over on, well, Glacier actually. Right, guys, where is the Void Spawn? Because I'd rather it was, yeah, far enough away that we can all get over to it before we attack it. Oh, before we do. Right, the waiting world, everything and nothing. Our team reports that the population of the planet are healthy, normal, and apparently bewildered by all the fuss. There are some peculiarities, though. An unusual number of multiple births, a planet-wide idiosyncrasy where no one has any regard for punctuality, and fluctuations in local solar radiation that are characteristic of pre-supernova stars. They also observe a number of luminosity events on the surface, where light somehow appears to be accumulated and then released by the prismatic functions of the atmosphere. This is valuable and peculiar data, but it could be coincidental. If anything's happened to the colonists, it remains a mystery. So, colonists are odd, or what was, will be, and vice versa. Alright, well let's just accept this was the work of the worm. Does that actually mean, by the way, that Glacier's population has now fallen again? It still looks like it's pretty populous to me, actually. Now, here's the big one, however. Yeah, we can upgrade these food processing facilities to proper food processing centers. That's going to require volatile moats, but do it. Across the board, please. Now, let's just wait for the Void Spawn to be over here, close by to, yeah, the sun or by Prosperity itself. Then we all move in and we take it out together. Alright? That's what we flipping do. It looks like it's moving away. Alright, guys. This is it. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Aside from those of you who thought you were coming to a war with the Euthonians, you guys probably aren't expecting this, but it is actually why we were here the whole time. So move out. Everyone, oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful rainbow trail. I really hope we've got enough, by the way. And now everyone else moves with me. There we go. Okay, stay back for the time being. Stay back for the time... Never mind, we are engaging. We are engaging. Okay, now, how are we going to do here? Because I suspect this is going to really hurt. Cruisers at the back, nailing it. Flipping nailing it with those extremely powerful long-range plasma cannons. We are going to take some casualties here, unquestionably. Ganvius coming in. The Valdari coming in. The rest of our forces are already engaged over... Why are you guys not engaged? Guys, engage! Bloody hell, we're not actually engaging with our full fleets. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. Please engage with the remainder of our fleet, okay? And if our allies... There we go! And everyone is just spinning around. There are a lot of dead things out there. We're winning, but what's the cost been? Because I suspect a lot of people are dead, right? The Void Spawn, there it goes. There it flipping goes. We've killed her, but at what cost? A light tremor passes through the Void Spawn's curled up body, ribbons of black fluid trailing from its wounds and snout, and then it is gone, its liquid eyes staring emptily into space. Hopefully we will never know the form it might have taken had it been allowed to reach adulthood or the whereabouts of its originator. Our scientists have expressed an interest in researching the egg shards for their unique energy retaining qualities. Right, we're either done with it for a whole bunch of unity, or, yes, special project. Ooh, egg shards. Yeah, why not? Oh, please tell me we're not about to spawn another one. That'd be unfortunate if we were. So, okay, research the shards. Why the hell not? Get it done. We get the unity regardless. Nice. And that thing, yeah, passes away and then just pops out of existence, apparently. Marvellous. Right now, how many of us died? Just so I know. You guys are... Ooh. Yeah, the Valdara took a bit of a battering. We're still at 7,000 apiece. It's actually not that bad by the lootsy of it, actually. Grand Murder took a bit of a battering, and it's going to cost actually not even that much to... No, that's upgrade. Reinforcement is... Ouch. That's going to clear us out then. Okay. The bare minimum, it was probably the weaker ones that actually got damaged, and honestly that's a good thing. So a whole bunch of old ships have been cleared out, freeing up space for new, better quality ships. In fact, before we actually hit that reinforce button, have we picked up any new technology? Like, good, plasma thrusters have already been automatically installed. Well done. Actually, we're only a year out from, yeah, hyper shields. I'm going to hold off. Honestly, this is enough strength for us to win the war against the Euthonians, so we kind of may as well just crack on, really. And I'm also just going to turn, yeah, take point off, so you guys go and do your own thing, and if your own thing involves murdering some Euthonians, good, well done. I probably don't want to take on the Stellarite Devourer right now, and there we go! We've regained control of prosperity! Marvellous. So, okay. We've got ourselves a station here, alright? It's been a long time, but we've actually managed to take control of this area. Upgrade it to a starport, please. Then we can finally start actually claiming all of this bloody trade. I mean, actually, we could just not bother. Now that prosperity has actually been reclaimed, I could just say, screw it. We don't actually need prosperity anymore. A single trade hub put on Camthrin will actually collect the trade as long as prosperity has any station to... You know what? It's fine. We're actually under capacity for star bases right now anyway. So, yeah, just shove a couple more anchorages down over there. Spot on. Oh, and it looks to me like the Rapid Response Fleet finally made its way to where it wanted to go and is now in the process of destroying the Federation fleet of the Euthonians. Marvellous. Looks like that will be a handy victory for us. We might, you know, take a few knocks there. But yeah, now we can basically just head around here, take all these stations back, which is marvellous. And then, oh no, definitely do not go that way. Oh, bloody hell. Don't do that. No, 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 no. Definitely not. Ooh, and the giant beast creatures, they apparently really love us so much, they want to actually offer me the chance to build a Ministry of Culture. Ooh, Yeah, go on. I'll have a Ministry of Culture. So that creates 3 culture worker jobs, as well as, yeah, unity up from all jobs 15%. Nice. Oh, it's an empire effect, not a planet effect. Oh, every time in that case. Oh, slight problem. Apparently, while I wasn't paying attention, we actually ran out of consumer goods. So, there's low stability on a couple of planets. That's fine. That's fine, lads. We have got so much money, we will simply buy more consumer goods. Alright? Yeah? Everyone be calm. Right, the beast could do with some optimization. One of you guys needs to go and work as an artisan. We just need more artisans in general, actually. Right. What could we, in theory, get rid of? Probably 1 doctor can be removed, 1 manager. You guys just go up there, keep working, please. Yep, that's 225. Do we have any people we could buy? Oh, I've got very little money at this point because I just had to buy those. Right, we're going to need to sort this out for ourselves unless I'm willing to sell a bunch of alloys, which I don't want to do because a whole bunch of fleet rebuilding needs to be done because of that bloody thing we ran into a moment ago. Though actually, in a moment, we should actually get the Trade of Prosperity back, which will actually be worth a fair bit of bonus. Oh, hang on, what just happened? Okay, why are we suddenly actually gaining that much? Did that just update at the end of a month or something? Oh, wait, whoa, guys. Why are we suddenly losing all of the... Oh, I bet it's minerals. The mineral trade probably failed, right? Well, it shouldn't have done. We're offering enough. I mean, I'm happy to put the price up a little bit. Fine. Just try and do that if you can, please. And what was the... Oh! I literally didn't have enough energy stockpiled to complete the trade. It wasn't that the price was too low or high. It was that I literally didn't have enough actual cash to cover my own... Oh, blimey. Okay. Right. That's better. This is... Okay, the economy is a difficult thing. Who knew? Ah, and we're ready to actually conduct that smuggler base raid. The Ultimate Owl should be able to handle that without any major problems whatsoever. I have sent, like, some of the finest warriors in the entire galaxy to take care of this. Oh, and here's something interesting. So the Prosnakans, that's the dwarves who are allied with, yeah, the Infinite Pond and the extremely tasty elves who have also been expanding, have attacked the donkeys to the south of them. Alright, those guys could be starting to consolidate a fair bit of power. Alright, nice and easy. They're all dead. No problem at all. Building destroyed. And a giant pile of energy and money to keep me going as well. Well done, lads. Ah, we got a shame here. The rapid response murder is going to take the system, but those guys are going to get away before I can actually get on top of them. That's a real flipping shame, because they would have been able to win that fight. Yeah, okay. We're doing alright here. Do I want to chase those guys down at this point? What are you guys doing? You're trying to run. Yeah, you know what? Chase them, unless that's... You know what? That's too much. You guys get over... Never mind. If you can catch those guys before they actually escape, do it. Okay? I mean, you're so fast. I mean, just look how fast they move. It's beautiful. And there we go. It looks like the battle has been joined. And, oh, blimey, you guys have got something. Is that a disruptor? That might be, yeah, shield bypassing disruptors. Right there. So, we should be able to see these guys off, no problem at all. We're doing some good work here. They've got reinforcements coming in. 600 troops ready to move in. But by the time they arrive, the battle should already be going mostly in our favour. But I'm a little bit concerned, actually. The rapid response force might be too outnumbered here. We might actually be about to lose. Because they've actually got themselves, yeah, big-ass cruisers and whatnot here. Starting to go down. Yeah, those guys have walked out. We've still got 1,000. They've got like 1,500. We have the tech advantage, but we are heavily outnumbered. Rapid response is unfortunately going to be driven back. Yeah, those guys have just got too many shields up, and it means our plasma's not doing the job. If we can, retreat, please. Right. That's a shame. That's a real shame, but... we did still clear out a whole bunch of Zikmok territory that had been occupied. And our main forces are already just starting to do the rounds here. So, you guys, yeah, we've already actually taken their homeworld's actual system. begin the bombardment of their capital planet, please. Ooh, and the worm continues to show up, by the way. So, the Omega theory, which gives me a new building, the Omega alignment, which produces a giant pile of physics. Yeah, go on then. We'll build a terrifying pyramid to the worm. That's not weird at all. Ah, and the impulse thrusters are done. Now this is good news. And there's the battleships. Get them underway. Right, over to the ship designer, if you'd be so kind. There's those impulse thrusters. Now this is starting to look like exactly what I want to see. And we've got hyper shields, which we can, ooh, sadly not quite afford in total, but we can beef up the armor as well. That's fine. And with all those new component sets, begin the reinforcement, please. There we go. Spend all the money we've got reinforcing the fleets, because we did take some bad knocks there, but what replaces it will be even stronger. And bad news. We've actually managed to, unfortunately, lose one of our branch officers that was over in tile space. That's a shame. But the one on Jurg Feeden is doing very, very nicely indeed. Those guys are up to 57 population. Crime is, yeah, still a little bit on the aggressive side, despite the additional precinct house they seem to have built recently. Ah, yes, and with population over on Asprania so high, we could probably do with actually, yeah, demolishing a set of clone vats right here in order to replace that with... Where's that Ministry of Culture? I feel like we could do with one of them. Oh, it's a giant series of rings. Great. Okay, blimey heck. The population on the beast is now at 91. There are 30 artisans working constantly, and even then we are not keeping up with demand right now. This is a little bit concerning, actually. Oh, and here's nice. We studied its eggs, and we've learnt about gargantuan evolution. Okay, that seems kind of cool. Hang on, is that a tech were you just saying? Society research. Boring. What's gargantuan evolution? Ooh, just energy credits up by 5% across the board. Yeah, get on that instead. That's way more fun. Also, I keep forgetting that, yeah, we found that messenger in a pod that looks a little bit like us, but isn't. So go on, as we're having a sort of wormy episode, get on that. So Ash Maple has reconstructed the messenger. It's quite impressive, worryingly so. Seems to be considerably more robust and aggressive than our current edition. There's some confusion about whether we were the source species and the messenger the modified version, or whether the messenger was our ancestor. Ash Maple is firmly of the latter opinion, that we were once more of a warrior species, and that some meddling precursor muzzled us genetically. Indeed, they consider the loss of our martial abilities a tragedy, such a tragedy they have undergone a retroviral treatment to... Wait, what? Hang on. You're running sociology right now, aren't you? Well, if you have, it hasn't updated just yet. Right. So, they say that's going to help them with the project. So... Okay, kill them for treason, kill them also for treason and destroy the notes. You know what, let's just see what you look like. Honestly, she looks about the same to me. Also, I think a couple of reinforcements have got a little bit lost and ended up, like, on top of the... Okay, guys. Why are you guys running in that direction? Alright, why are you trying to head in this... Okay, you know what, call off the murder of Ganvius. We need to go and take care of their main fleets. Oh, and the Yondrum are sticking the boot in the Romans too. That is probably going to end badly for Rome. Those guys have seen better days. Ah, more on the messenger. So Ash Maple has recreated the genetic heritage of the messenger. Oh, by the way, did you ever update, by the way? Nope, still looks the same to me. So without stopping to ask anyone's opinion, they've also created a highly contagious retroviral agent. It stalks our worlds. Under its influence, our primary species falls into... Sorry, you did what? Okay, So, the messenger species, this is causing some excitement. This has gone too far. Now we end it. Or, what was shall be, we will change. We will transform our entire species. Into what? I mean, I suppose if I don't like it, I can just change the back. You know what? You only live once. Let's do it. I'm a master of genetic engineering. If need be, we can just change them straight back again. Right, what have I just done? And, oh, blimey. Okay, now there's a first strike legion. What did I just do? What are we? I don't know what we are anymore. Okay, the wise owls appear to be as they ever were. Industrious, intelligent, thrifty, natural engineers. Possibly they've gone a bit more militarist, but that might just be that one guy. Hang on, take me to the species tab here. Who exactly? We've got a whole bunch of halves as well. There's a lot of half and halves. Right, a lot of people have been sexing other aliens, and now there's a whole bunch of half and halves. Ooh, hang on. Is what's gone on here that I'm... Oh, right, we've gained resilient. You did say, yeah, more militaristic or whatever. Right, we seem to have actually gained ourselves resilience. Is that for free? Because if so, I guess that's kind of useful, sure. Except the wise owls didn't gain it, just the ultimate owls. And the actual normal owls don't seem to have changed at all, so... we don't actually seem to have changed that many people. Possibly because, yeah, my species is full of so many half and half and genetic modifications that an entire species actually isn't that many pops. Though I tell you what, some of these little half species are actually pretty darn good. So this half Farmer Ganvius and half Quirumulan, he's now actually, yeah, bonus to agriculture, bonus to minerals as well, breed rapidly, sociology, and resilient. That's a lot of good stuff. The Romans, however, have decided not to sex any of the aliens. They are just staying out of this whole business. Ooh, and the Omega alignment is done. Nice, 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 nice. Get me upgraded lasers. And over on Asprania, what have we got? Is there a problem on Asprania? We've got unemployed pops. How would you guys like to work inside the... hang on, who actually works inside the... ooh, that's merchants, by the way. I like merchants. They create a whole bunch of trade. Yay, they're good. Yeah, I think it's for every... I thought it was for every 50, but there's only 2 here. So I can't remember what the rules are now. It's totally something to do with the prosperity traditions. Hang on. What happened to the Ministry of Culture? Where's it gone? It was right here. Why has it just disappeared? Why can't I build another one? Hang on. Hang the hell on here. I'm not quite sure how it went missing. Also, would you like to actually arrange a festival? Yeah, arrange a festival for only 1,000. Happiness up across the Empire. Do it. Nice. Okay, it's just not showing up. And I'm not quite sure why, but you know what? Let's just get an Omega alignment set up, which apparently has no jobs in it, so sorry about that. In fact, you know what? If you guys are unemployed, I've got a great thing that you could do. That's right, you're feeding the beast. Up to 36 artisans working on the beast right now, and we finally just about stabilised. Just there we go, and uh-oh, did we fail to have enough money to actually cover our... I think for 1 month we failed to have enough money to cover our trades again, but that's fine. It's all under control. And a new tradition. Now. We're into, well, not really the dregs, but still. Discovery is a really weird one. I think it needs to be completely reworked at some point, because if you don't take it like first or second, it's kind of worthless. Like, lots of it isn't interesting. Like, anomalies aren't even a thing anymore. Research speed up is great, obviously, but surveying isn't a thing we really do anymore. Research station output, okay, that one's fine. Research alternatives is okay, but we've already kind of worked our way through a lot of the research tree at this point. Leader experience gain isn't great, and I mean, upkeep reduced by 20% for researchers. Even if you're research heavy, that's not that great at all. I just think discovery needs a bit of work yet. Harmony is of interest because, yeah, food consumption down by 10%. That's actually kind of nice right there. And pop amenity usage down by 10%. That's very welcome too. That'll stop this being so much of a problem. Though now we've actually fed the beast enough, we're okay for the time being. Yeah, and as for domination, just not really that interesting. Even though I'm playing a game where I've got vassals, it's just not that interesting at all. None of this is that good. I guess we'll go for harmony. And after that, we'll probably rush to Utopian Dream for pop amenity usage down by 10%. Okay, so these guys would be willing to settle a status quo at any point. So, yeah, just got to be very, very careful here. At the right moment, I could just settle and just basically convert the vast majority of the Euthonians into my subsidiary, which might well be worth doing. I could just leave like a little rump down out of the way somewhere. But if I do that, I should probably remember to actually go and clear out anything they've taken in case they had any actual claims dotted around there. Though it looks like, yeah, the Zikmok's already doing that for me. Well done, lads. Also, small note, what happened to all of the... Oh, we're extremely dependent on the trades I made, and I've been spending too many alloys refreshing the fleet, so there's no alloys to actually sell. Ooh, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a major problem, actually. That should sort itself out next month, because now I do have enough alloys to meet my commitments, unless I don't have enough money to purchase the minerals that I need to sell the something. I think we're okay, probably. Yeah, I sold the alloys, but afterwards I didn't have enough money to buy the minerals, but we've got a stockpile of the minerals, so, oh, bloody hell, the new economy's great. Now, deep behind enemy lines, I've deployed the ultimate owls on a couple of smash and grab missions, because some of their small outlying worlds are basically unguarded. 184 strength right here, and I've got like 400 right here. So I'd say no need to bother actually bombarding these worlds. We're about to break these guys off into our own little empire that works for us. So deploy the ultimate owls as a nice little smash and grab. There is a general here, by the way, isn't there? Yes, level 2 and all of the rest of it. So we might take some light knocks here, but we will kick these guys out very, very quickly indeed. There'll be some extremely light devastation, but it should not be much at all. Yeah, as it turns out, they have got no chance against us. And we've immediately claimed one of their worlds for our own. I believe there is another one over. Yep, over in Trappist. You guys head in this direction. Let's take all the outlying worlds that are basically unguarded. Oh, this is good. Apparently there's a consciousness outside time and beneath space. It is a labyrinthine tangle of desire and desperation. Our remote ancestors knew it as the loop, the worm in waiting. We've met it out there, where the void is tormented by gravity. It seems to have taken a personal interest in us. There are mathematical proofs that it loves us, but love to the worm is not like love to anything that subsists in ordinary space. With all that we have learned, we think that we might be able to use the Omega alignment to open an access route, an entry portal for the worm to manifest in our home system. The worm is fond of beginnings, and this is ours. What consequences would that have? We have yet to find anyone prepared to commit to an answer. Immortality or apocalypse? Ooh, yes, the worm probably loves us. We could totally love the worm. Boom. Apparently it would only take 2 months to generate the entry point for the worm because we are so damn good at physics. Spot on. The project is complete. The accelerators are online. The power network of a dozen cities is diverted to wait the pseudo-singularity at the heart of the alignment. Space shudders like wind-racked cloth. Ospra, for a heart-stopping moment, dims and then brightens. A shadow coils in its heart. The worm is here. It unfolds like origami. Across the system, sensors shut down in abject disbelief as the incomprehensible data of its arrival sleets through them. On the homeworld, our subjects scream and cower as they feel its attention turned upon them and upon us. It presents a wordless question, or rather, we have become aware that this question was what it was asking us every time we encountered it. Yes, whatever it is. Quickly, everyone back to the homeworld. What's going on over there? This sounds amazing. Also, has anyone told the Galactic Market Station what's going on? Because they're probably really confused right now. Yes, whatever it is, we consent enthusiastically, in fact. This is marvellous. What the heck? What? What have we done? The worm loves us. It will always love us. And thus it always has. It winds around the hot heart of our home star. It provokes a shuddering series of cataclysms in the planetary crust of our... Uh-oh. What's it done to Asprania? That's slightly more concerning if there's been apocalyptic stuff going on. And when our star grows cold, the cataclysm will warm us. We understand so much more. We will always be what we were going to be, wound tight in the love of the worm. What was shall be, what shall be was. Alright, so, is this now, yep, that's now a black hole. So, again, If no one told the Galactic Market Station what was actually going on, we should really tell them. Because they're probably really confused what happened to the actual sun they were supposed to be floating around. Oh, bloody hell. Marvellous. So this is all good. So, the situation... Oh. What's going on with... Oh, blimey. Oh, it's a tomb world now. Right. So that's good. This is now a tomb world. How does everyone else feel about it being a tomb world? Because presumably you guys have got... Well, you're saying habitability. Oh! Is everyone in our empire suddenly tomb world preference? Is that what's going on here? Hang on, what's happened elsewhere? What's happened to you guys? You guys are... No! Okay, it's just our homeworld. So, everyone on our homeworld has suddenly actually gone tomb world preference, with the exception of the robots, of course. So, hang on. How many people are there? Actually, there's not that many species here. It's mainly just Ganvius and us. There's like one tile over here. Hang on, check if that tile's actually as he should be. Yeah. So now, actually, this probably makes this place cheaper to run, because now everyone suddenly picked up the same habitability preference, and... Okay, so I blew up my homeworld. That's good. Is there anything else I should be aware of? Apparently, we're repugnant now. That's interesting. So... Amenities from jobs down by 20%. But that's just us, right? That doesn't affect anyone else. No, you guys are just deviants instead. Just out of interest, could I just immediately gene splice that away if I felt like it? Also, confirmation the owls and the Romans have totally been sexing. There are half owl, half Romans who are now also repugnant. Like tomb worlds, are industrious, intelligent, rapid breeders, natural physicists, nomadic, and enduring, as well as repugnant. Oh, bloody hell, what has gone on here? We are a genetic mess. Yeah, 100% if I wanted to, I could just get rid of this tomb world preference business, but honestly, tomb world's pretty good. It's 60% across the board, which is actually, yeah, decent. And yeah, if I want to, I can actually just get rid of repugnant. So, go on then. I see no reason why we should be repugnant. So, apply that template to, like... No, not the ultimate owls there. Just the wise owls on Asprania, please. Thank you. Yes. That's going to take 7 months to undo. Fine. So we're not going to be repugnant anymore because I don't fancy being repugnant. We may live on an apocalyptic tomb world circling a dead black hole. Oh, hang on. Hang the flip on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did every single planet in the home system just become extremely inhabitable? Oh, it flipping did as well. Oh, bloody hell. Are any of them good? Oh my goodness, there's actually, like, decent mining worlds over here. Right, that's a decent mining world. That's kind of garbage. That's not a terrible mining world either. That's a gas giant. We can't settle that. That's kind of garbage just because it's too small. That's too small as well. Okay, there's a different moon. We can actually go and live on the moon. Now we live on 2 mods. We could just actually go and live on the moon. I've blown up every planet in my home system, so now I can just go and live on all of them. I could just go and live on the moon! I mean, I'll need to, like, clear out the radioactive wasteland and... Wait, city ruins? City ruins and bomb craters? This raises more questions than it answers! Hang on a minute, there's suddenly city ruins on every single flipping planet here. Oh, hang on. Of course there are, because time doesn't mean anything. So, the worm is basically letting me know that at some point in the past or future... I might go and settle these worlds, so therefore the buildings are already there. So the nearby world of Dracu, which is, hang on, why is it being lit? There's not a star there anymore, it's a black hole. That's the opposite of how they work, I'm at least moderately confident. Yeah, Draco nearby, we just happen to have picked up, like, the best possible actual mining world right there. That's ridiculous. And in fact, there's 2 more decent mining worlds over here. Decent one. Actually, that's tiny. Only 8. Wow. Okay. It's a tiny, tiny little place. And Cruise Cocoon over here, which is slightly larger. Pretty decent. But yeah, that Dracu, that's amazing. All right, we need to go and settle that at some point. Okay, well, the worm loves us and we love the worm, so whatever, I'm willing to just roll with it. Back to normal business meanwhile. Yeah, we can just storm another world around the outskirts of Euthonian space right here. No chance they'll be able to resist this at all. There's no general here whatsoever. This guy is good at his job. Sorry, this woman is good at her job. Sorry, my mistake. And yeah, they're collapsing in no time at all. There we go. We've improved the wise owls. They're no longer repugnant. Beautiful. So the one downside of the whole worm business, we've already undone it. Oh, and perhaps not too surprising, the tiles now attacking the Rontor again. Not sure what they want right now. Hang on, you just after more territory at this exact moment in time. No, officially this is a war of beliefs. La-di-da. Oh, and I think we're ready over on the capital of the Euthonians as well. Uthola is finally going to fall. It's taken a hell of a lot of bombardment, so I'm really sorry, guys. Devastation's at 100% right now. There is, like, no housing and no amenities whatsoever, but we should be able to cut through the surviving armies pretty easily at this point. Ooh, we've also got a bit of a critical shortage of, yeah, strategic resources. Hang on, I'll buy some more of them. Oh, we've got more problems with pirates, apparently. Hang on, what's been the problem? Oh. Okay, same spot we've had problems in the past, unfortunately. Right, well, they must be dealt with before the economy completely bloody collapses again. Right, bloody Efrov, because the Ganvius aren't bothering to protect their own bloody space. Right, this needs to be taken care of, I see. Yep, at the moment, 0 trades getting through from Foundation, which is quite a big economic hit. And unfortunately, I believe I broke my own golden rule. The Rapid Defense Force has been deployed, yeah, south to deal with this problem, but okay. Deploy them back in this direction instead. They can actually get there after not too long. Yeah, that should be absolutely fine. Oh, and it's election time right now. Continue with Mineral Man, or go for growth, speed, and happiness. Claim influence, that's garbage. Or secure the borders. No, I'm just going to make sure the election goes to Feathers of Honeydew. He's been doing a good job. Ah! Rather annoyingly, Uthola has actually come under attack. Somehow, these guys have managed to bloody sneak past my defences. I've no idea how you did that. That's very irritating. Because I was hoping to just start mopping up. Where did you even come from? I don't know, and you can't help. You're way too small. Right, Murder of Ganvius, go and take care of this, please. I've no idea how they snuck past all this territory I already own. Oh, this is what I want to see. We've got our first particle ants. And I'm pretty sure our first battleship is ready to go as well. I'm not going to go building it just yet. Alright, I want to spend some love and attention on that business, but it's ready to go soon. And the rapid response murder has already made it over towards the pirates. So we can kick them in the arse nice and quickly. Yeah, they stand no chance whatsoever. Lovely. Ah, now here's an interesting little political twist here. So, the Shazarak, the robots, who are close by to me these days, they've just guaranteed the independence of the Citizen League of Elegan, who are, I believe, not currently... Oh, sorry, you guys are very at war right now. Right, you guys might not exist for too much longer. It would appear after a long period of complete inactivity, the Infinite Pond's up for doing some expansion. Got it. Oh wow, actually, this Federation's been doing huge amounts of work around here. Okay, when that war's over, you're going to take a lot of territory, I see. Oh, the Pax Romana's been cutted too as well. Oh, you bastards. You absolute flippin' bastards. What have you done to those poor Romans? Also, the bloody Euthonians are trying to reclaim their home system again. This time, however, yeah, the platform's going to flipping win. So, this is not looking so good for you, actually. I'm not sure whether you've got any... There you go, now you're all dead. Good, 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 good. They should be ready to surrender very soon. Though, actually, it's still at -10, but that's fine. Because I just want to make sure the status quo I'm about to settle is exactly the right status quo before I push the button. You see, there's one tiny, tiny world down here. It's called, yeah, Bidgulb. This is the world that they actually bombed into the ground after its slaves decided to revolt. And on it, there are, 14 people, mostly a giant bunch of slaves, unfortunately. No clerks, one ruler. It is basically a total nothing world. It's tiny. There's basically nothing there. I've decided that's going to be the Euthonian Empire from now on. So I'm just going to basically mop up literally everything else. And that means the friendly snail world, we can just be friends with them. That's all absolutely 100% fine. Right, I think I've got pretty much everything I wanted down over here. So if I just settle the status quo, and I know I probably could just take that final world, but I can't be bothered at this point. Yeah, I think I'm much happier just leaving them being a tiny, insignificant backwater empire, just because it's kind of funny. So, yep, there we go. I think we will actually create a brand new friendly empire. Not least because, if I do this, the new empire that is going to be created will be a lot friendlier to me. So it's safer for it to be large. So, settle the status quo, please. Send that offer, and I think they have decided to accept that, aside from... Okay, once again, apparently you just don't get the homeworld under any flipping circumstances. Okay, so they've actually managed to keep that tiny world. Yeah, I guess you just keep your homeworld no matter what happens. Fine, whatever. And the new Euthonian Syndicate would like to migrate, which they are more than welcome to do because they are... Oh yeah, they're now going to be a MegaCorp as well, aren't they? Yes, yes they are. Great. Ah, now that's more like it. That's pretty good over there. With the Euthonians now also paying 25% taxes into me. And yeah, actually, this includes a brand new homeworld for the new Euthonians with 84 trade. And wow, 107 trade. Okay, how did you guys have 107 trade? You did not have that a minute ago. That was most definitely not there a second ago. But then, I suppose technically, I've like imposed open markets and xenophilia and free trade on you. So, I guess that's how. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'd say that is more than enough for now. We love the worm. And the worm loves us. And the worm left us a little bit slimy and gross, but luckily we're really good at genetic engineering, so we were able to sort that out pretty darn quickly. And yeah, the worm has also left us in a home system absolutely full of ridiculously valuable mining worlds. So, honestly, I see no reason why we shouldn't settle a couple of them. The fleets are starting to come together at this point. The fleets are looking good. They're getting stronger. We've got more and more capacity coming through. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with where we're looking in terms of strength right now, especially when all our allies show up to support us, if they can, you know, be persuaded to all go to one place at the same time, which is a little bit like herding cats. But 23:47. Time is ticking by, and now I flipping know that there is a 66% chance the Khan is basically going to start expanding pretty much on my flipping doorstep. So, Devon, I hope you're flipping ready, because there's a storm coming. Very, very likely, very, very soon indeed. So, we will see if that kicks off next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Stellaris MegaCorp. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way. Otherwise, they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech, though mysteriously still completely dependent on, you know, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.